At or below 50%, which would be, what's half of 75? That's like 38. I would be right around there if I take this next hit. Yep, looks like meat on the bone is going to trigger. Unless the self-repair that I have at the ready makes that not happen. Which I could definitely see being the case. Well, let's find out. No, looks like it triggered. Cool. What's up, cool people? My name's Matt. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. Alright, so I am back once again to attempt a standard run with the Defect. Yeah, not really too much else to say about that. Here we go. Hopefully this time, you know, I don't end up running into a Snecko in Act 2 and get things completely derailed through bad luck like that. Okay. Choose. Interesting. I don't want to lose that starting relic. Even though boss relics can be good. Kind of wish I knew, or at least had a better idea of what I would get out of these options. I'm gonna go with choosing a card, I think. Although if I take the 100 gold, I'd pretty quickly be set to buy a relic in the shop. But this character thrives off of card combos, and you need kind of more cards to do that. Okay, well, I will definitely take a card that lets me gain 1 focus. Alright, which path to go along here? Kind of leaning towards going to the left to start off. And then, like, kind of continuing to follow things all the way to the left until it meets sort of that branch. And then I'll go a bit to the right, face that elite, which will move me to the middle. Something like that. Alright, well, no sense in sitting here doubting myself regarding any of that. Alrighty, I will. They're not going to attack, so I will zap, strike twice. Sweet. Okay, frail means I can't gain as much block. I don't mind that. I'll gain 1 focus, strike, and dual cast. Victory. No damage taken. Sunder. Ooh. If this kills an enemy, gain 3 energy. You know what? Sure, why not? I don't think I've ever done a run where I've used Sunder, though. I'm not really into removing cards from my deck. Let me gain some gold. Okay. Sticking to the left. Oh, okay. Weakness is where I can't deal as much damage. It's not as big a factor with this character. But also, like, when am I even going to get to a shop? I won't get to a shop until the next act. But you know what? I'll take the gold. Okay. Somebody's clearly cutting something outside. As you come to a dead end, 3 phases materialize. Forget what you know and I'll let you go. I require change to see a new space. So I can remove a card from my deck, transform a card, or upgrade a card. I think I'd prefer just to upgrade. Transforming doesn't always seem to give me something better. Upgrade. And I get to choose which one. Sweet. Okay, it does give me a preview. See, now that deals even more damage, but 2 focus is also a very good thing. Dual cast being free would be nice. Same with Zap. But I think right now upgrading Defragment is probably the way to go. Because if I'm banking on doing more stuff with the orbs and whatnot, that'll make it even more powerful. Okay. I will gain some block. I'm like, should I strike now while I can deal more damage? Or block more now, so I take less damage. I'm generally doing alright on HP, so... Zap... Defragment... And then dual cast will deal 20 damage. So close. Oh, but it's just guarding right now anyway. And... Okay. Win. Streamline. Streamline's only really good if you play it a lot. Deal 3 damage, increase the damage of all claw cards by 2 this combat. Could be handy. Or I do recursion, which is not, well, it's like dual cast but 1, but then you also get the orb that you just lost rather than losing an orb overall. So I kind of like recursion for that reason. Okay. Going here, gonna smith instead of resting for sure. Ooh, and recursion would cost 0. But also Sunder having an increased chance of gaining that extra energy. Although that's a lot more helpful in like multi-enemy situations. Meanwhile, recursion costing 0 is more helpful all the time. So I actually think I'm going to go with that for now. Okay, we got a couple of these guys that want to attack me. Ooh, okay. Sunder on the back one. Sweet. Now I can defragment for sure. Probably zap. And I'll defend because striking would make it gain 6 block. So I wouldn't quite be able to... I wouldn't quite be able to defeat it this turn anyway. Okay, there we go. Ooh, liquid bronze. Okay. Self-repair. At the end of combat, heal 7 HP. Sure. Means I have to rest less, and instead, when I get to rest stops, I can upgrade more cards. Okay, defragment for sure. Always use defragment. And I think I'll defend here. Self-repair, why not? So that's going to deal 20 damage. Sure. And then I'm going to block because I don't deal as much damage as normal right now anyway. Okay. Colorless potion, nice. Overclock. Draw 2 cards, add a burn into your discard pile. Genetic algorithm. I don't think I've seen this one before. Gain 1 block. Permanently increase this card's block by 2. Meaning, like, always and forever, even, like, throughout the rest of the run? Because if that's the case, whew, getting that this early could build up quite a bit over time. I'm going to take a shot at it. Okay, so now I'm veering off to the right a bit. What do we get here? 27 gold and a maw bank. Alright, whenever you climb a floor, gain 12 gold. No longer works when you spend gold at a shop. I already have quite a bit of gold. And that's just going to make it even more ridiculous. Okay, definitely gain the focus. Man, that is like right outside. I don't want to lose the orb I have here, so I'm going to focus on blocking for now. And I guess next battle we'll see if what I did actually, you know, if using that one card does what I think it does. You know what? I have multiple enemies involved here. I'm going to use the liquid bronze. But also, recursion. And then I'll defend twice. Striking 3 times would not be enough to get rid of any of these guys. Self-repair. Defend. And then I'll strike this one in the back. Okay. Well, now Sunder can get rid of that one. And then I'll just strike twice and defend, and there's that turn. I'm taking a lot more damage than I would like to here. But I mean, I definitely will have an opportunity to heal coming up before too long. But I'm about to win this anyway. Okay, so there's that. War Paint. Upon pickup, upgrade 2 random skills. Do I even have... Well, yeah, defend is a skill, so I definitely have that many skills. See, now that says 3 block, like it's permanent. So I really do think that's permanent. Ooh, dual cast is 0 cost now. Sweeping beam, deal 6 damage to all enemies and draw a card. Could be helpful. I'm a little torn between sweeping beam and beam cell. I do like my 0 cost cards. Plus it adds vulnerable, which is doubly helpful. So, beam cell. Okay. Oh, and it's a merchant. Choose an attack. Start each combat with it in your hand. I don't really have any attacks that are that great. I mean, beam cell. It's Start of each combat, heal 2 HP. Ooh, kind of nice. And start each elite combat with 2 strength. Also very nice. Swift strength. 11 damage, gain 1 artifact. I'm kind of liking these relics. Or at least those 2 relics. What else can I afford? Put all cost 0 cards from your discard pile into your hand. Which right now that would apply to dual cast, recursion, and beam cell, if any of them are in my discard pile at the time of casting that. Yeah, what potions do we have here? Duplication is a nice potion. Not sure that was the best combination of things to get, but that's what I'm going with. I think in this case I will rest. Just because I'm using up all of that healing and it doesn't get me to max HP. Oh, you. Okay. Self-repair, because why not? Fine. Beam cell. Strike twice. Okay, that remains stunned for a turn. I do have 2 0-cost cards in my hand, in my discard pile. You know what? Let's go for this. Beam cell. Play this. Oh, but do I really want to evoke my only orb right now? When that's only going to deal what? 8 damage, so that's going to deal 16 damage. Is it worth losing the constant 3? I think right now I'm actually going to say yes. Ouch. Okay, here we go. Zap. Defragment. Maybe I should defend because I'm about to take a lot of damage. Or I strike, because sooner I get this thing dead now. the sooner I don't have to worry about any of that. Oh, you see, now it's not gonna attack. That's in my discard pile. Recursion currently. Now it's Recursion and Beam Cell. Yeah, okay. I win. Bronze Scale. Start each combat with 3 thorns. Oh, I just get that inherently now. I don't need a potion for it. Add a card to your deck. Stack can be nice, especially later in a run. Ball Lightning is also helpful. That's +3. That just deals 3 more damage. I think I'm going to take Stack. I don't have too many really good blocking cards right now. Start of each combat. Okay. I'm probably going to end up healing after what's next either way. 25 gold. Tiny chest. Every 4th question mark room is a treasure room. Okay. Cool. Okay, resting. Boss time. Beam Cell. Definitely defragment. All for One isn't gonna get me it. Well, it'll get me 1 card back to my hand, I guess. But over the course of a battle like this, Hello World could do a lot. Getting me those common cards. Going for it. Oof. 7 times 6. Okay. Now seems like a decent time to use a colorless potion. Oof. Add X random colorless cards to your hand. Put 3 random attacks from your draw pile into your hand. Draw 3 cards. Out of all those, I'd take Transmutation. So let me go ahead and do Recursion. Zap. Dual cast. Shoot, then let me do Ball Lightning to get another orb. And nothing saying I have to use Transmutation right now. Of course, I just realized either of the other cards I picked would have been 0 cost. Oh well. Well, the thorns are nice, I guess. Okay. I will see here. I'm going to play Rebound first. Rebound stack. Self-repair doesn't really do anything for me this battle, because I'm inherently going to heal back to full after this anyway. I already have enough block for the turn, so I'll strike. Okay. Playing Genetic Algorithm purely to get its block value up. Also playing stack so I don't take damage this turn. Sweeping Beam just to see what I draw. And of course I drew Sunder, but whatever. Okay. Zap, yes please. Defend plus gives me 8 block. A card from your discard pile into your hand. That's not going to do much for me right now. Sweeping Beam. Having an extra energy next turn would be nice. No zero cost cards in my discard pile. Well, now there will be if I play Recursion. So then, all for one. Recursion again. And let's do Charge Battery, I'm thinking. Although I am weak this turn. Won't be able to do as much damage. Okay. 15 block is all I'm going to need for this turn. But I'm going to gain a bunch of block either way. So let me go ahead and do Ball Lightning, Strike, Defend, Stack. Alright, we're getting there. 29 more damage, eh? And I have a whole bunch of ways I could finish this right now. Let's go ahead and do Dual Cast. And then Sunder. Boom. Win. Okay, so there's Act 1. Machine Learning. Drawing an additional card at the start of each... Ooh, hello. 24 damage and Channel 3 Plasma. That could be interesting. Or prevent the next time you would lose HP. That is really handy against enemies who deal like one massive blow. Channeling Plasma, though, means I have extra energy as long as those plasma orbs are in effect. Oh, but it costs 5 energy. When the heck am I going to have 5 energy? Ugh, never mind. So yeah, I'm going to go with Buffer. Okay, Boss Relic. What do I get? Gain an energy at the start of your turn. Can't play more than 6 cards per turn. Every 2 turns, gain an orb slot. Whoa. Gain an energy at the start of your turn. Can no longer obtain potions. Nope. I'm going with the inserter. Okay. Proceed. And which path am I going to take here? Let me go far left here. Okay. Oh, this guy. Defragment. Gain 2 focus. Beam Cell because it's free. Genetic Algorithm to get that number up. Strike. Recursion. All cards played. I like it when I get turns like that. I do have 2 other zero cost cards in my discard pile. You see, I don't like using dual cast when I only have 1 orb left. So let me play all for one. Beam Cell, Recursion. Now, do I want to go with Hello World or Self-Repair? Let's go self-repair, because I'm about to take 10 damage. Okay. Do stack. Currently give me 5 block. Okay. So I am thinking... I'm not sure if I want to go with buffer and stack or buffer and zap. Buffer either way. It still only gains 5 block. Let me go with zap. And now I just need to deal a bit of damage. Goodbye. White noise. Add a random power card into your hand. It costs 0 this turn. Not bad. Probably what I'm gonna go with. 6 block decrease. White noise. Ooh, hello. Meat on the bone. If your HP is at or below 50%, at the end of combat, heal 12 HP. Okay. Oh, the Mausoleum. Just an unplayable innate card. In exchange for a relic, I'll take that. What relic did I get? Bag of marbles. At the start of each combat, apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. Heck yeah. That sounds fine to me. Oh, yay. The shelled Parasite. Yeah. Not the biggest fan of these guys. Okay. White noise. To see what power I get from that. Ooh, a free defragment. Nice. And then I will defend at least once. If I defend again, I take no damage for the turn. But overall for the battle, using self-repair would be more beneficial. Assuming I make it all the way through the battle. Which I sort of imagine I will. Okay. Let me beam cell, because I can. Buffer. And then I guess zap. Sure. Okay. Being frail is a bit annoying right now. But, okay, defragment. Genetic algorithm. And stack so I don't take damage. Okay. Only 1 0 cost card in my discard pile currently. So in light of that, I will dual cast, strike, strike, defend. Now its plated armor is down a little bit, finally. Beam Cell. Recursion. Strike. Hello, world. And just because I have some more energy left still, I'll drink my speed potion and then defend a bit, I guess. That'll deal 9 damage. I'd leave it very likely that I win next turn. And at or below 50%, which would be, what's half of 75? That's like 38. I would be right around there if I take this next hit. Yep, looks like meat on the bone is going to trigger. Unless the self-repair that I have at the ready makes that not happen. Which I could definitely see being the case. Well, let's find out. No, looks like it triggered. Cool. Essence of Darkness, right. Channel 1 Dark for each orb slot. That could be helpful. Could do with some better blocking cards. I will take Charge Battery. Merchant. I cannot afford any of these relics. Singing Bowl. Eternal Feather. Dang, the Eternal Feather is a really good one, too. I can afford the Abacus. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, gain 6 block. Which honestly becomes less and less useful for me over time, but oh well. Static Discharge. Whenever you receive unblocked attack damage, channel 1 Lightning. Oh, heck yeah. I definitely want that. And it was on sale. But, yeah, I think then I will... Enlightenment could be helpful, although I don't have that many cards that cost more than 1. I have Buffer, All for 1, Sunder. Making Sunder cost 1 would be nice. I'm gonna go with Enlightenment instead of the Abacus. In your discard pile and return it to your hand. Nah, I'll hold off on buying potions. I'm thinking I'd actually rather heal then I'll do some combat and then see if I can reasonably get into a fight with an elite. Defragment plus Beam Cell on the Cultist, I guess. Strike and defend because that does more than stack right now. Okay. I will use Strike on the Cultist. Defend. Play Hello World. Not feeling the dual cast right now. Right, so non-attack cards. cause me to get one dazed. Well, I'm gonna play a couple of them anyway. Capacitor, gain 2 orb slots. Okay. I can channel 1 Frost and draw a card. Frost is nice. Frost gives me defense. I'm like, or should I self-repair? Well, recursion. Turbo. Gain 2 energy. Jeez. Okay. Prevent the next time you would lose HP. So let me go ahead and strike. Genetic algorithm. Keep making that more and more helpful. And then I'll just defend and leave it at that, I think. Okay, Cultist is gone. Huzzah. Ooh, go for the eyes. Yes, please. Applying weakness sounds great. Zap, charge battery, defend. Okay. Go for the eyes. You know what? Sunder will finish that one for me. Man. I keep losing so much HP that I'm not sure elite battles are a great idea. In 13 block, retain your hand this turn. Or more self-repair. If I had the one thing where playing power cards channeled 1 lightning, more self-repair would be great. 13 block and retain your hand. That's not always a great thing to retain my hand. And I know I previously had a notion of focusing on elites, but this is not going so hot. I think for now I'm gonna just stick with regular battles. Defragment plus, for sure. Get some damage in while the getting's good, since they both start off vulnerable. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna deal a ton of damage this turn anyway. I don't like having no orbs, so I'm just gonna roll with what I've got. Zap, yes please. Stack. Let me do recursion first. And then I guess I could do defend. And then stack. That gives me a decent amount of block. Okay. I don't really need costs altered for any of these. Dang. The cards I'm getting are really not doing much here. Gaining less block and dealing less damage is a bit annoying. And now they keep healing. Beam Cell. 36. Oh, so close. Dang it, that's so close. White noise. Hello world. And then I guess I will charge battery twice. Gives me 2 extra energy next turn. Oh, and now they have even more attack power. Great. Strike. Recursion. Static discharge. And I don't really need to defend this turn, so I'll use buffer. Although I could have played Enlightenment and done multiple things there. Duh. Okay, Beam Cell. Cool-headed. Ooh, and Zap. There we go. Piling up some orbs here. Finally. And then I will dual cast. I could use Turbo and be able to play all of my cards this turn. You know what? Sure. Man, I am really running low on HP. Beam Cell. Ooh, I think Sunder deals enough. Yes! Huzzah! Okay, so then. I should start taking significantly less damage now. Sweeping Beam to see what I draw. Recursion, heck yes. And then I will self-repair twice. Barrage, deal 3 damage for each channeled orb. Jeez. He's about to swing for 30 damage. What the heck? Steam Barrier, because it costs 0. I do have a few 0-cost cards in my discard pile, so, all for one. Hello there. Beam Cell. Twice. Dual cast. Gaining a bunch of block. Turbo. Charge battery twice. And then I guess strike. Okay, this turn should do it. Strike, win. Okay, jeez. Well, at least it triggered meat on the bone there. Loop. At the start of your turn, trigger the passive ability of your next orb. Ooh, yes, I like that one. Confirmed. I'm going to drink this fruit juice. More max HP. Always good. Treasure. Huh. You can now gain strength at rest sites up to 3 times. Huh. Don't think I've ever seen that one before. Proceed. Okay. Mystery room, more treasure. 24 gold. Lantern. Start each combat with an additional energy. Heck yes. Okay. Go with this. See what I get. Oh. I find a giant book open, riddled with cryptic writings. I believe I recall what happens here, and I want to say reading is generally worth it. You lose a total of 16 HP and obtain the book. At the end of your turn, you may shuffle one of 3 random cards into your draw pile. Okay. Much as I would like to get a relic from that elite up there, although, meat on the bone would already probably trigger. Yeah, but still. I don't... I'm thinking I'll go to a rest site. Okay. So I can gain strength instead of resting or smithing, which makes sense that it's a choice like that. Really kind of need the health, though. This is not really going as well as I would have hoped for. Gotta be honest with you on that. Probably not going to be able to get much from a merchant, but there's a decent chance I'd be losing health with doing more battles. Still. Oh, great, it's both of these. Okay. Zap. Static Discharge. Defend Plus. You know, out of the 2 of them, I figure that's the better option. Ooh. Start your turn, add a random power card into your hand. But it costs 3. But I might get Enlightenment. I'm definitely going to try and get rid of the Sentry first. Okay, Beam Cell, Recursion, and then I will strike the Sentry twice. Out of those, I think I will... I think I'll go for Cool-Headed. Gives me some passive blocking. I have 2 zero-cost cards in my discard pile. I'm about to take a bunch of damage. Not sure I like that. Or... I mean, if I would... I mean, I could use one of my potions if I felt so inclined. There's a card in your discard pile and return it to your hand. It costs 0 this turn. So then I'd... Like, if I used that on All for One, I'd basically get to just redo all the stuff I just did. But there are other times and ways that could be better used. Three block really isn't going to do much, but also random common card, not necessarily always great. I'll defend. Rainbow could be nice. Sure. Oh, geez. Right, because I took unblocked attack damage. Reprogram. Lose 1 focus, gain 1 strength and 1 dexterity. Since I have ways of gaining focus, I think I'll go with that. Oh, great, it's a Snecko. Doggone it. Something in my gut kind of told me I should have gone to the left. And now I'm regretting the fact that I ignored that gut feeling. Actually don't know if I want to play Genetic Algorithm right now. Heat Sinks. Whenever you play a power card, draw 1 card. I'd rather gain more focus, really. Oh, yay, it's Snecko time. And it immediately makes a bunch of stuff cost a bunch of energy. I freaking hate my luck with the Snecko. Static Discharge. And I can't play anything else. You know what? Just because this thing's being annoying. Essence of Darkness. Double your energy, Cold Snap. An Enlightenment costs 0. No thanks. Reprogram costs 0. So I would lose my focus to gain a strength and a dexterity. This would not be a bad time for dual cast, especially with it costing 0. There's 24 damage. I would like to... Yeah, I'm thinking I would like to reprogram. Leap. Sunder would deal 18 damage. Or do I just gain 6 block? Which means I only take 6 damage. Well, since I don't know how much stuff is really going to cost, going for stuff that's normally a higher cost might not be a bad idea. Ooh, Defragment Plus, costing 0, heck yeah. Strike. Steam Barrier because I can. Doggone it. Okay, well, Glacier. Yeah. So then that evoked the one Dark Orb. I'm gonna gain 6 more block. I'm only taking 1 damage this turn. That's not terrible. More energy. Yeah. Oh, dang. Oh, right, because of the orb channeling and the thorns. Innate, gain 10 block, exhaust. I'd rather go with aggregate. Okay. Definitely should heal before going into a boss battle, I think. Man. Okay, so at least I've gotten further than my previous, you know, Defect standard run. But dang. Okay, first things first. White noise. Storm, heck yes. Then I'll play loop. And then hello world, because it's another power. And strike. Well, more powers would be helpful. Okay. I will make you weaker, so you deal less damage to me. Yes, please and thank you. Let's go... Defend... Strike... One of the minions, maybe? Or strike the collector, I guess. And stack. More looping? Sure. Good grief, I've already lost almost half my health. Okay, well, Beam Cell. If I play all for one, I get 2 cards back into my hand. Not that big a deal. Let's go with Machine Learning, I think. So I can channel 1 lightning there. Charge battery. And then Cold Snap. Ooh, Thunderstrike. Why is Force Field a cost of 0? Not that I'm arguing with it. Oh, it costs 1 less for each power card played this combat. That's why. Okay. 7 damage to a random enemy for each lightning channeled this combat, though. Oof. That could be quite a bit. I'm gonna go with that. Okay, Defragment Plus, yes please. Why not? Gives me at least 1 extra energy there. And then if I use Enlightenment, I can play all the cards in my hand. Defend, defend, Cold Snap. At some point, especially if I have a lot of energy, it might be a good idea, or if I have a lot of cards in my hand or something like that, I don't know. At some point, it might be a good idea to use the liquid memories to bring Sunder back to my hand, because then it should cost 0, and it's essentially free. Actually, it'll give me 3 extra energy is what it would do. Damage equal to 2 times the number of frost channeled this combat to all enemies. Not terrible. Definitely should do either that or Force Field. I'm thinking Force Field for now, though. Oh, geez, what is that? So it made me frail and weakened. Is that it? Because if that's it, then okay, that's not terrible. Okay, let me do static discharge. Because that's a power that'll basically give me a whole lot more lightning channeling. Recursion. Okay. Now might be the time to bring Sunder into the mix, I'm not sure. Oh, geez. I'm about to be real close to dying here. But only real close because of the frost that I have, you know, up there in my orb slots. That would give me 8. Ah, jeez. So do I want to just... I mean, it is free, so maybe I evoke that twice. Gain another 14 block there. Oh, but I can prevent the next time I would lose HP. So that's not really a big deal. So let me go ahead and do what I was thinking. Use liquid memories to bring Sunder back, get rid of the minion. I thought it would get rid of the minion, but not quite. Okay. Well, that was a miscalculation on my part. Like, big time. Okay, strike. You know what? Sure. I'll go ahead and deal 20 free damage. Free-ish. 26 to all enemies, lose 3 focus. Or I gain another stack or another Sunder. Right now I'm thinking stack. I've got quite a few cards in the mix here. Okay, ooh. 5 damage to a random enemy for each. Channeled 9 lightning, so that's going to deal 45. It's honestly not a ton. Although, you know what? No, I'm pretty sure he's going to summon some more minions, but I can do stuff to prepare a little better for next turn. Huh, another genetic algorithm. Shuffle all your cards into your draw pile and draw 4 cards. Or I get another Thunder Strike. You know what? Thunder Strike, yeah. Okay. We'll go for the eyes on this one, I guess. So I've now channeled 10 lightning. Dang. Granted, Zap would make it 11. But that's still only 55 damage I'm dealing. So, genetic algorithm. Cold Snap. And then Leap. And how about Zap? Damage gain an artifact. This turn your next power card is played twice. No guarantees I'm going to have a power card in hand, though. But still, let's give Amplify a whirl here. Okay. 21 damage would hurt quite a bit. I only have one 0-cost card in my hand. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use Cold Snap. Not sure about using it on the Collector, though, because he's got 15 block. I will charge battery. I will be blocking quite a bit of damage now. But I could still block even more. Let's go Glacier. Okay. I've channeled a Lagavulin Lightning, so that now deals 77 damage. Oh, it says to a random enemy. Doggone it! Ugh! If only that wasn't random. Do I take a chance at it anyway? Simply because it could win me the battle. Alright. Oh. So it just goes back and forth between the two. Okay. That was not the way that I was reading that. 4 damage for each channeled orb. I'm pretty sure that's enough to win now. Oh, and it's actually 6 damage. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're good. Okay. Whew. Made it through Act 2. Barely. 26 to all enemies, lose 3 focus. Helpful in multi-enemy battles, for sure. I forget, what does this thing do? At the end of your turn, you may shuffle 1 of 3 random cards into your... Right, okay. Let me go with Reboot. During boss and elite combats, gain an energy at the start of your turn. Double the effectiveness of potions. No, I would like to rest. So definitely either the Slaver's Collar or the Sacred Bark. I am out of potions currently. I guess I'll go with the Slaver's Collar. Okay. So there's Act 2. Alright, well, so far so good, I guess. I have made it through the first 2 acts, which is more than I could say for my first attempt with this character. Because, you know, I had that Snecko Battle kind of early in Act 2 and had real bad luck with card costs there. Yeah, anyway. So, we'll pick it up with Act 3, and like I did with the Ironclad, you know, if I don't clear this run, then I'll go back, do another, just kind of tack on whatever's new, you know, pretty much pick things up around roughly the same area, roughly the same amount of progress in the run. So, if I gotta, I'll splice another run, or at least part of another run in there, get us to the end, and then we'll pick it up from there. Even if I gotta splice in multiple other runs before I get all the way through. In any case, that's the plan for next episode. Next one should be the end of, some standard run with the Defect. But anyway, as always, like and share if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell to get updates when I post new videos. Look down in the description for links to social media pages and all sorts of good stuff like that. And leave your thoughts and questions down in the comment section below all that stuff. So that's it for now. Hope you're all doing well. Hopefully I'll see you soon for another video. But whatever the case is, until next time, stay cool, people.